So here I am, just about ready to start Age of Steam. And I have to admit, unlike most games, I actually peeked at a thread about it. Just a discussion comparing Steam and Age of Steam that looked kind of interesting. Why would you, if you were a Steam player, did you go over to Age of Steam? Anyway, in there, someone whose opinion I respect mentioned that in his first game of Age of Steam, after having played Steam a few times and it being very easy to set up your own little world and just run in it, he felt like it was much, much more challenged and at risk of going bankrupt due to debts. And I'm here thinking, debts? What are we talking about? Well, obviously we're talking about the shares coming out in that case. Different terminology than I'd be using, but yeah, that's what's going to cut into your cash flow, and between that and the trains that you buy, it's going to be what you owe in your maintenance each turn. That's what could kill you. Now, my immediate reaction to playing any game like this, I mean, my gut instinct is don't buy much. Start small, work your way up. And that sounds like it may be the right thing, but I want to explore it a little more than that, which I don't always do, but knowing that this is an issue, I think I'm going to have some of the players be a little more aggressive. Because when you look at it, you say, damn, I can't make much. I mean, seriously, I got $10. That's what I got in my hand. If I lay track with that $10, well, a town costs $2, as does track. I could hook up a couple of things with the engineering token, but I'm going to have a hard time really making any money early in the game. On the other hand, I can't buy much more. So I think actually that $10 sounds pretty secure at the beginning. I don't think I want to hook up too much right now. I'm thinking, just to take the other side, it doesn't look like you want to sell a lot of shares early. Let's say I got a lot of money. What am I going to spend it on? I mean, seriously, I got 3 track lays. 4 if I have the engineer. That's 1, 2, 4, $8. That's all I can spend. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make that commitment yet, because next turn I can always put more shares up. Now, links. Do I want to build them up for some future time that I may or may not need them? Again, sounds risky. All right, so let's start. Issuing shares, nobody's going to do it. $10 looks like enough to play this game at the beginning of the game. I should have a die somewhere. I think I've eaten it. Oh, there it is. I got to have something to make my decisions with. Okay, auction for player turn order. We got our order. So these all go up. Players have to make their decision now. Nobody's got the pass option. Green. Hey, you want to pay? There are places that are definitely look somewhat more interesting to start from. But you know what? No, I'm not going to pay. The hell with that. Purple. I'm bidding $1. And here's why. I don't think anybody else is going to pay. Ooh, who has to pay? That's a good question. I believe you have to pay the money that you bid no matter what, right? Well, sort of. This is where it gets kind of complex. The first player to drop out. Okay, the last 2 players in the bidding pay the full amount they had bid. All other players pay half that they bid. So he's going to bid $1. And strangely, I'm going to mark that using pieces. I'll put $1 up here, and he's got $4 here. The gold counters are only dollars. Silver is, of course, more valuable. How about blue? Blue has to go to $2. And that's not purple. Shit. Well, black made that decision. I don't know if black really would have. He's a different color, man. Okay. Blue has the next decision. Going to $2 definitely seems iffy. And I think black's making the correct call here. Yellow, I'm going to get to 0. Purple, it's looking good now. Red, yeah. And now black gets in. He pays his buck. He can't be too unhappy, to tell you the truth. Okay. So, actually, the luck goes against you in a sense, but by going early in the order, you might be able to go first for less than anyone else would be able to. I don't know how good a deal first is. Personally, I think getting last in the order is going to be the best thing in the first die roll, because you'll probably get very early in the order, and you certainly won't get too badly hosed, I think, unless everybody starts bidding. Why would they do that? I don't know. Okay. Select special action. These are done in order. Red. What does red want? Well, my feeling here is that most of these aren't terribly valuable. At this moment. Oh, red's not first. Black's first. Damn. Black thinks the most important thing he can get, because let's see. Moving first, moving the goods first, there's goods everywhere. And none of them are going very far. That's not important. First build, that might be important. Engineer, that allows you to lay more track. That could be very important. I'm going to go with that. I think turn order is the other important one, but engineer, I can build 2 sets of track. Hey, that's cool. Okay. Next player is red, and it's going to be hard for me to pay attention to this when I've got everybody set up sitting around the table. But, let's see. Red also looks at those agreements. First move, first build. Locomotive, I get to up my train. That could be valuable. Urbanization, building another city. I don't think that's terribly important. Production we know is unimportant, so I'm taking turn order. Bang. Okay. Now we're on purple. What's left? What's left for purple? I'm going to take the locomotive. You know, I got to pay for that. I don't like that aspect of it, but what the hell? Okay. Now, yellow. Yep. Yellow is going to go for first build. That allows him to build track first. Blue. Blue's choice is urbanization, first move. Urbanization will let me build to where I'm going to be starting. So I'm going to take that. What's this DE urbanization? Ireland only, huh? Oh, de-urbanization. So there's rules for yet another map that I don't have that are on these special player aid chart, but that's okay. That's not what came with the game. Green. Well, green has only one option because production doesn't work. Okay, now where? Move goods, upgrade locomotives. Oh, no, build track. Build track. Okay, somebody upgraded the locomotive. That's purple. They're up to a 2-link train. Okay. So, how many goods am I allowed to move when I move goods? Just one, I think. In 2 rounds, right? Yeah. It's a good that gets moved. Not going to be a lot of room for making money, getting early income up, I don't think. Okay. Where are we at? We're build track. Urbanization gets first call here. Oh, that didn't help. That sucks. He was thinking, damn, I'm going to get urbanization, I'm going to get it. Okay. All the cities are kind of placed in even areas. I'm going to play a city here, a new city. That's on the eastern side of the map, but it's on the western side of the transfers. I think that's kind of cool. Actually, I'm going to put it up in Green Bay. I'm not going to give anybody a bonus. Somebody can start there. That's kind of a bonus, but whatever. Okay, now what? Well, I think We get first build. Who's got first build? You know what I can do? I can pop these up as they go up. Urbanization. Let's move this. Turn order hasn't happened yet. Engineer. What's engineer? That's building track. First build, first move. Okay. Let's take the first build. First build. What is it? Yellow has this option. And he's jumping ahead of the turn order here, essentially, to do this. He gets to build his track first. Gets to look at the best place on the board. Where's that? Well, there's a couple of interesting places here and down here where there are things are a little closer. Gets to build 3 track. All right. Well, let's build some. What's that? 2? For simple track, no big deal. Through a town costs 2 more. I'm going to build simple track there too. So now I'm at 4. Put a thing here. And now I'm going in. And that's also a curve. Well, that's a curve track. $6. And this was yellow has to pay that. He gets 4 back. He's already spent more than half his money. Oops. But okay. And he's done with his ability. Alright, let's look. Black. Well, someone else can do the same thing. Not quite. Can they? There's no forking track here. Oh. Boned. He's got the engineer. He can do 2 things. We got a city here set up to build, which you could also do. That might be even cooler. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put yellow's track tokens on their track. So they own those too. Gotta remember to do that, otherwise. Huh? Who's that? Okay. Now, for black, what are they gonna do? 4 tracks. Now, I could connect up something that I couldn't connect up otherwise, or why don't I lay some track that I could? Same thing. 2, 4, 6. I get the town. $6 for that, right? Town costs just 2. I got another track lay though. What do I want to do with that other track lay? Definitely want to use it. It's a hard game. A lot of decisions to make here. All right. I'll spend $8. That's almost all my money. Am I erring? Jeez, I don't know. Hopefully I'll make some of that back, right? Or issue some stocks next turn, right? Okay. All right, so that's black. Now red gets to go. What can red do? Red only has 3 track lays like other people have had. Now... So you don't have to connect your things. So here's what red's going to do. Two, 4. It's a token here. It gets red here and here. So that's 4. $6. Now, he gets $4 back. And red's gone. Purple. Alright, you see where the track lays are going. I'm going to pause here, play out the rest of them, and then come back at the end of that with some words and then keep going with the turn. Okay, cash has been spent. I don't know if I did purple. I don't think so. They broke out of here and also cut down out of wheeling. They're looking at the 3 cube thing. Maybe that's some kind of advantage. And this is weird because purple's the guy with the extra engine. He's the guy who should be making a longer route, maybe. He didn't, though. Okay, who else? Yellow already went. Blue shot down and took control up here, all on their own. And then green went for a challenge in Chicago. And that's it. They stretched it as far as they could. Okay. Which doesn't necessarily help them because they only have a 1-point engine. Now, move goods or upgrade engine. Green gets the first move, and this is why they were willing to challenge, because they know they're going to get the first shot. But they're challenging someone who's going to take the other shot, right? So maybe that wasn't so wise. Okay, what do they get to do? Well, they get to haul one of their things, doesn't really matter, a space, and that gets them 1 income. This is green. Let's doing this. Woo! And they did their ability. Well, wait, they still have it for the rest of this. This, I believe, goes back in the cup or the bag. I don't think they did too well with their move. Now, second goes to black, and I'm going to move the green one up just to indicate that black, well, black doesn't have a lot of options. They'll haul this somewhere. They can only go 1 space, so they also go forward. Oh, by the way, I found the turn marker, that little dude. Okay. And that's black's first. Now we go to red. Red has a couple options. They can haul out of Pittsburgh. Well, that's it. They don't connect up here. So, I'll take a blue one. And that improves red's victory position. Purple. Purple's over here. And we'll keep doing that. I'll do that for 2 rounds around, and we'll see what happens. But note that both black and green got kind of hosed because there's nothing there. So at the end of that, we saw some kind of dickiness going on anyway. Yellow stole one of the pieces that purple could reach and left themselves a black piece in Cincinnati. Black's cool because you can deliver that anywhere. Or it doesn't have to stop. So you can haul it the full length of the train over the track that you own. So what we ended up with is 3 players at 2 and 3 players at 1. And I'm not sure quite. Let's look at who ended up. Red, yellow, and blue. Not the first, not the last, not the person who took the first move action, whatever. That's kind of odd. Black played their engineer already. They have 4 track lays. Probably has more to do with people blundering than anything else. Okay? So now, the next thing we go to is collect income. Everybody gets the money that they have on the track. Well, that's going to be $2 for each guy at 2, $1 for each guy at 1, but now they have to pay their expenses, and their expenses are higher than their incomes. Everybody's got an engine level of at least 1, and everybody's got at least 2 shares of stock. Wow, they're losing money already. That's cool. Okay, so blue, for example, loses $1. Let's just go down the line. Purple, 1, 2, 3. Wait, blue lost 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they lost 1. Purple's at 1, 2, 3, 4. They lose $3. They're awfully close to just losing the game here. All right, so I'm seeing how hard this is to actually do. What about green? Green, they made $1, but they lost 1, 2, 3. They lose $2. Money's really, really tight in this. Black made $1, but they lost 3. I think black just lost the game. Let's see. Each player must pay expenses. If this causes them to have less than 0, they're out of the game. All right. Black built too much track. They're gone. Okay, this is kind of amusing, to tell you the truth. Now I'm seeing the warning. And I thought I was being very careful here, but I didn't think very hard, obviously. All right, on to red. Red has 1, 2, 3, and they made 2, so they only lose $1. And finally, yellow has 1, 2, 3, and they made 2. They only lose $1. Black's going in a bag, but I want to finish up the turn. Income reduction. Nobody has over 10 income, so nobody's losing money this turn from that. I mean, it's a shame when you lose the game on the first turn, but that's really awesome. I guess it would suck more if, like, you know, I was at a group of people's at a house playing the game and didn't have anything else to do. Okay, goods growth. Now what happens here, roll as many dice as there are players in the game. Well, I think there's 5 players in the game at this point. So I'll throw 5 dice. And this is for the western portion. I got, there was a 5 in here, I know. I got a 5. A 6, 2 2s, and a 3. So, City 2, wherever that is, in the west, produced some stuff, making it a more valuable city to link up. City 3 and City A also produced some stuff. Ooh, I put A on the west. I thought, yeah, I was going to put it over here. City 3 is down here. City 5 produced, and City 6 produced. And that makes certain places just more valuable. Oh, yeah, only A was out on the board, so that's the only special city that gets to produce. And now we do again. And I'm not going to put them up there. City 1 produces. City 2 produces. City 4. And City 5 gets 2. And unlike a lot of these games, this luck is actually a pretty big factor, I think, in it. Okay, let me give more whiteness to the dice that I've got up there. And now, anything else happen? That was goods production. As a sub-effect of that, if somebody had taken the production option, they could have played 2 new tokens on the board into those empty slots. Alright, that's the end of the first turn. We've already lost a player. And you don't know how much that pleases me. It really, really does. One of the things I really loved about 18xx was how easy it was, if you don't know what you're doing, to just screw up. Well, this is a lot easier. Maybe too easy. It kind of sucks to be knocked out of the game on the very first turn. Like I said, if you're sitting in, at somebody's house, I guess I gotta go watch TV while you guys finish this up. Unfortunately, what's even worse is to be stuck in a game that you know you cannot win, but you can't leave. And there's another game being started next to you that you really would rather play in. That happened to me with Titan. I knew I couldn't win, and even if I could, I didn't want to. Something I wanted to play a lot more, don't ask, it was TV Wars, okay? I was unable to play, and they ended up getting a couple of games that I would have much rather played, while I was the third player and the weakest in a game of Titan. I actually think, I don't think we ever finished the game. I think we played for like 7-8 hours, and I had gotten powerful enough that I was definitely in contention still, just by running around on the board. But I had been so far down early, maybe an hour and a half into the game. I didn't get cut out first, and I just couldn't be caught. Okay, so on this one, well, we're going to play some more turns. I'm probably not going to look in too much detail, stop and look at really interesting places, because I don't have a lot of upload capacity right now. But I really wanted to look at this first turn in a lot of detail. I'll bag the black player, and I'll come back.